last night when we did our training. So I'd like to just make a note of these two items that I feel are very important. The first item is the administration of crew changes and the fairness around those changes. When it comes to national and championship regattas, as well as the other regattas, you need to make sure why there are crew changes, why there are late entries, maybe scratching from one race and entering into a different race, because these need to be fair. So it's not right for a crew to scratch from the A crew race and then re-enter in a B race or a C race. That's not fair. They can't have a look at the draw after it's out and say, well, we don't want to be in this heat, we'd rather be in another heat. So just be aware when you are taking changes at Control Commission and see where the entries are being put in. So often at championship regattas, there's no late entries. And we have discussed the fact that only 50% of the crew can be changed. But just be aware of the fact that winning races does mean points for schools, can make difference to points, trophies, and where schools end up at the end of the day, first, second, third, can make a difference. The Judge and Control Commission ask for advice, and the POJ can also be the one who will make the final decision. The other thing that we didn't discuss was the race time. Now, there are occasions where we do run behind in the regatta, but be very careful. If crews and coaches come at Control Commission and say, how late is this regatta coming? I know we say, well, the regatta never runs late. The reason for that is that because if you tell the crew or the coach that the regatta is running half an hour late, and they then go on the water half an hour late and miss their race, they're going to come back and say, well, we missed our race because the umpire told us the regatta was running late. So we only went on half an hour late. So you must not tell them the regatta is running late. You can make them aware of the race number that's busy lining up, or the race number that is has just finished or is passing past Control Commission. And then the decision is really up to them. They need to decide whether they want to get on, at what time they want to get on. I know we don't want the children to sit out there for hours on end in the baking sun, getting dehydrated and heat stroke possibly, but only the POJ can make the decision to change the actual race time. So if the POJ can see that there's no way that we're going to be able to make up time, he or she can say, right, we're going to make an official announcement, let everyone know that the race time is race time plus 1 hour. And only then would you be able to tell a crew or coach, yes, the POJ has made a decision that it's your race time plus an hour or plus half an hour. Unless the POJ has made that announcement and that decision, don't be very, very careful to delay crews, because they will blame you at the end of the day for them missing races. So the decision, please, is definitely up to the crews. You can only advise as to which races are going past or starting at that time. Now remember, we can make up time. So generally, we are the umpires, our lunch gets cancelled. Maybe there's races where there's been so many scratchings that race is not going to happen. Or there are races that are being combined. Again, decision combining races is with the POJ. So we can make up time. But then making up time also has its consequences, because if a crew if they're rowing, an athlete is rowing maybe in a double and then later in a quad, and they know that 45 minutes is enough time for them to finish the one race, come out, get the other boat, get down to the start and be ready for the next race. Then if you make up time and you've now reduced that time down to 30 minutes or 20 minutes, and the crew now is unable to make their race that was scheduled to be 45 minutes apart, then you can also have crews and coaches coming with objections. So just be very careful about advising people not to go on the water, not to go out. It's their decision as to when and how long they need to get down there. Unless it's officially changed, they must still go out according to the published regatta race time of their race. Right, guys, thanks very much. Hope there's nothing else I've forgotten, and hope you all listen to the recording and that it helps. Thank you.